I've been with the organization since its inception. A lot has changed since 2009. Most of my workers here, when they're in meetings with me, they like to call me the institution of the organization, but it's just their way of saying old in that sense amongst the staff. And so, but our core values remain the same. Provide the best basketball experience outside of the NBA, and remain committed to being an ally for our Maine communities. It's time to take that to the next level. The sport of basketball has a long history in the state of Maine, a history worth celebrating. When the Boston Celtics acquired the Maine Red Claws in 2019, two iconic brands came together. It made perfect sense. The Celtics have been our affiliate since day one, and the history of Boston Celtics basketball in Maine goes back almost to the beginning. The Celtics started playing exhibition games here in 1947, at, of all places, the Portland Expo. Pretty unique and ironic. The 1950s barnstorming trips where the Celtics went from high school gym to high school gym, from Holton to Newport to Ellsworth and everywhere in between, are a thing of legend now. The Celtics even played a regular season game at the brand new Bangor Auditorium in 1955. Here in Portland, the city has continued to host the Celtics for preseason games, most recently in 2014. The paintings that you see here today, they were all done by Celtics legend Tommy Heinsohn on visits to Maine. So you can see how our brand goes way back as far as heritage. But back to 2019. What a start to the Celtics era the Red Claws had, behind Rookie of the Year Tremont Waters, and of course, Taco Fall. The Celtics continue to use the Red Claws as a pipeline for its young draft picks, and Romeo Langford and Carson Everett fit right in with the Red Claws. We were rolling through the 2019-20 season. Then, of course, COVID-19 happened. And like everything else, our season got shut down and our world turned upside down. But we invited you out here today not to dwell on the past, but to celebrate the future, a bright future. A future in this great state that we hope to make a little greener. You've probably heard a lot about Maine Goes Green. Starting on Earth Day, we made a commitment to provide information and awareness around various eco-friendly initiatives, working with partners to help make Maine a better place. Now it's time to take Going Green to the next level, as one with our parent club. No more Boston and Maine, but instead, simply the Celtics. Today, I'm excited to announce that the Maine Red Claws have been reborn. From this day on, we will now be known as the Maine Celtics. Well, as you can see, we're going green, baby. All right, the Maine Celtics are here for good. We're here to represent the work ethic, grit, and pride of the people of Maine. We're here to give back and do good in our local community. And we're here to represent the pride of the greatest sports region in the world. The commonalities among New England fans are our passion and our loyalty. Travel to any corner of the globe, and people will recognize the iconic Kelly Green of the Boston Celtics. Now, Crustacean Nation can proudly wear Celtics green to celebrate their home team.
You know, there was a guy named Eddie Griffin.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and so Don Nelson had a friendship with Eddie, and I came up here in the early 70s, and we did some barnstorming against some teams. I remember one game, Paul Westfall was up here. We brought him up. And he thought it was great. He scored like 50, 60 points against these guys. I go, Westy, we come up here to drink some beer and have some lobster. You're taking this thing way too seriously. But we had a lot of fun doing that a few years. And then we played some exhibition games here when they first built the new place, you know, the Civic Center down there. And I remember John Jennings was involved with starting the organization here, was involved with John when that happened. So, yeah, and I know Steve Woods, he was in one of the owners, and some of the other big boys in town with the banks and all, you know. But no, it's I'm glad because Maine, this kind of a perfect organization for Maine, for Portland area. And it just fits perfect. And you know, with the Celtics always having the Red Claws having the support of the Celtics, now I'm making it more official. Bringing a few more dollars up here is going to help everything. Just promote it and promote the game of basketball.
Those trips to Maine, is that what got you hooked into Maine and coming here? Or
no. Actually, there was a guy who was a photographer who lived up here, played football for Maine, named Ray Foley. He was a photographer, and he used to come down and do all the games and then come back up. And he had a couple of young boys in the 70s, so I came up, and he lived in Wyndham and had a boat. We went out on the lake, and then in the 80s, I said, you know, I'm looking to have a place for the kids. And so I went up and we looked around and found a place on Sebago in '83, so we've been here since then.
Cool.
Yeah, it's been fun, but that's how I got into having a house up here, and a cabin at first and then a house.
You like this move, renaming the team the Maine Celtics?
Oh yeah, I mean it's okay. The Celtics a little bit bigger brand than the Red Claws, I would say. You know, I mean worldwide, and have that officially say, okay, we're officially this is the team. I mean, makes all that Red Claw paraphernalia collector's items now more valuable.
When you hear Celtics, what do you think of?
When I hear what?
When you hear Celtics, what do you think of?
I think of a lot of things, you know. The parquet floor, championships, continuity, playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. I think that's what I think of.